guys, it's Wasteland Girl Detective, and this week I am talking camp spots. My favorite spots, my thought on camp locations, and that's pretty much it. It's not a long video this week. It's Fasnacht, and I've been working on things for next upcoming videos, so this one's pretty simple. I think that camp building is one of my favorite things in Fallout 76 because getting to see what people who have the same building materials put together is crazy. There are so many great camps out there, and there's some really cool camp locations on the map as well. So here's Appalachia. You can see lots of camps scattered all over the place, lots of great places to build camps. Some places are more popular than others. White Springs, if you build here, really beautiful like flat green space, but really popular. So you know, you can go through having to server hop quite a few places to place your camp. Helvetia, super popular, especially during Fasnacht. Again, it doesn't mean you shouldn't build a camp here. It's just expect you might have to hop servers. This area stretch here between Flatwoods and the Wayward can also be quite popular, especially with beginners. Not a lot of hostiles to bother you too much, and you get a fair amount of traffic as well. And then up here seems to be really popular, kind of by Morgantown Station. And then I'm not sure why I'm there because Ohio River Adventure is surprisingly a popular location for camp building. Great places to build, just means that you might not be able to place your camp on the first server you hit. And then of course with raids, now that is a more popular area to build as well. I have a little camp here. Nobody builds there. I don't think I've ever not been able to place my camp there. I will cut to it in a little bit and show you that area. I've had this camp up for a couple of years now, I think. Mire, you're not gonna find too many camps outside of this waterfall location, although I don't find as many camps there as you used to see for whatever reason, but I'll travel there in a little bit. You can take a look. And of course with the raids, you're seeing more camps in the ash heap around the Gleaming Depth area. I like this little spot kind of just outside Flatwoods. It's never really busy and it's kind of a nice spot in the forest. And then up here in the Toxic Valley, I have this location as well, which I think I have a clip of, and you can see why I like it so much. Never had to move my camp here either. Oh, and right around Vault 76, sometimes you'll find like big clusters of camps around Vault 76. It's a no nuke zone, so I think with beginners it's popular as well. What am I looking at now? Oh, and then there's a couple locations in the Savage Divide that I really like. I used to stay away from the Savage Divide, but these two spots are some of my favorite spots now. They're near water. If you like building near the White Springs, the spot here that I'm traveling to, it's by the White Springs. It doesn't tend to have very much traffic. You have this nice cliff area, relatively flat space, although I did kind of build on a hill. And you just get this really nice view if you're building a patio. I guess if you look on the map, it's technically not really in the White Springs, but I like it. And then I'm gonna fast travel to that spot, kind of the Savage Divide ash heap boundary. I like this long stretch of highway, pretty flat. And there's not any hostiles ever really outside of, there's different animals that'll spawn here. So if you get rad stags, glowing rad stags, obviously they're gonna attack your camp. But I get squirrels sometimes. I get like fireflies. And then down to this 3 ponds area that I talked about earlier. I love spaces near bodies of water. So I was really excited when I discovered this one. I haven't built anything here yet, but I'm going to. I'm definitely going to. So you've got 3 pond areas. When you're building on water, you do have to, some places, you know, you can put flooring all the way out and build floor decor and chairs and all that other stuff. And sometimes they won't let you add. It'll say you can't build that over water. even if you're just at the water's edge. So I haven't really tried building here. I have seen camps here and they seem to make it work. Just something to be aware of. This is just that spot near Morgantown Station that sometimes will get really popular and other times not as much. You can build pretty close to the train station. You can also do that Charleston Station by Poseidon Energy Plant if you like being close to vendors. And then here is the waterfall spot. I really like this spot. You can get away with a fair amount over the water here. Just come around. But I don't see as many camps here. I don't seem to have trouble placing this camp as much as I used to, which is kind of weird. It's a really neat spot. I think there's lots of possibilities, although somehow I always seem to put up a spa camp here. Yeah. This is another spot I like. It's southeast of Top of the World. And there's a whole like creek lake system. This is where I chose to put up my camp, but you could actually follow it north. I think it runs north-south and find something along the way depending on what you want to build. I do have this big empty space here because it let me build floor and that hedge fence, but it would not let me put any floor decorations or anything else on it. It says you can't build over water, so just be aware of that. But I was able to build things further back, obviously. This is a spot right outside Flatwoods. I have my little motel and I really like this location. I've built a few times here. So as you can see now, I have my motel. It's mostly flat. And again, doesn't seem to see many other people building here. You do get the odd scorched coming through, but if you put like 1 or 2 turrets up or with your ally, you shouldn't have to worry about it too much. Lastly, this is that spot at the top in the Toxic Valley that I showed you, and I said I'll explain why I like it so much. I just really like this view. During the winter, I have my snow machine going, and I don't know, the toxic landscape almost looks like snow if you squint real hard. So this is actually one of my new favorite spots. I think I'm definitely going to hang on to this spot for quite a while. No competition for it ever. And that's it. That's all. That's just my little kind of discussion on camp spots and a few of my favorites. I hope you guys got something out of it. I will be back next week with another video. You guys have a fantastic rest of Fasnacht, a great rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching.